back again with a new movie reaction, and, well, for YouTube this is going to be a review, but guess what? On Patreon you can watch this for free. Yeah, free. You can watch this for free on Patreon. But yeah, I haven't really told you what it is yet. We are doing Ben 10 Alien Swarm. I'm back with Ben 10. Did you miss me? Yeah, we are back with Ben 10. This time we are doing, I was about to say recently, it wasn't recently that we finished Ben 10 Alien Force Season 2. We finished it a while ago, and all of you seem to not stop talking about it. It's all you want. You know how heartbreaking it is when I work hard and spend a lot of money on going to London to vlog a Comic-Con, and the first comment I get is, "Where is Ben 10 Alien Force Season 3? You know how heartbreaking that is for me. Christ almighty! Please appreciate other things that I do. At this point, I'm just thinking that my channel's going to die once Ben 10 finishes, but please God, appreciate other things that I do. I've been getting a lot of comments recently saying that Alien Swarm is in between Season 2 and 3 of Ben 10 Alien Force, so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a movie reaction to it, and guess what? You can watch this for free on Patreon, and I will start recording Alien Force Season 3 tomorrow. So, yeah. Also, if I start coughing a lot in this video, just know that I am recovering from COVID, so that was a genuine cough there, I wasn't acting. So yeah, this is going to be going up for free on Patreon just because I want as many of you to see this as possible and to get more hype around it. And this is a live action film. I've got to point that out. Well, you already know that this is a live action film, but let's just say the last Ben 10 live action film didn't impress me that much. It was Race Against Time. It was kind of charming. It's just, when you translate from animation to live action, it doesn't necessarily gel that well, because you can do all kinds of crazy stuff in animation, and yet on a Cartoon Network movie for Ben 10, you can't. Your budget isn't as your budget is kind of crazy, but you can't do as much crazy stuff with it, because doing that kind of stuff in live action costs a lot more than it does to do in animation. So yeah, but this is a live action Ben 10 Alien Force, so I'm expecting it to be a little more mature than Race Against Time was. And it looks like from the little poster I get, it looks like they've actually got actors who look like the characters, so it's going to be interesting. So yeah, let's just not waste any more time and let's get into my full-length movie review of movie reaction, or we'll flash to the review once this is over, but let's start with Ben 10 Alien Swarm, starting right now. Okay, I've just got to say, that was a great film, a very charming film. First of all, let's just say about the characters. I definitely got the vibe that these were the characters they were portraying, most of them anyway. Okay, Ryan Kelly, who played Ben, it was a pretty decent Ben. I got it, kind of. He felt like he definitely feels like the Ben we get in Alien Force. He wasn't the best one though. He wasn't the best one. I'll get to the best one. Obviously, the new characters that we got were what was her name? Elena. Yeah, Elena. Yeah, she was just there. She was a plot device, really. And apparently she was Ben's first crush. I thought that was Kai in the original classic series, but fair enough. First, I'm glad they didn't go for the romance between Ben and Elena, because where the hell was Julie in this? Where was Julie? Where was Ship? I don't know. So yeah, I wonder if Elena shows up in the cartoon or not. I don't know. Probably not though. Probably won't. There was also her dad, Victor, whatever his name was. Yeah, he had a. Basically, his whole thing was he was a plumber that was trained by Max, and he believed there was still a threat with the chips, but the rest of the plumbers didn't believe him, and he decided to take things into his own hands to try and prove it. And somewhere along the line, the queen of the chips infected him, and then he just became a puppet for it all. Max was probably the only one that I didn't get. Like, it's I've watched 2 live-action movies now of Ben 10, and neither of the Maxes really got it for me. Like, I suppose I could get Max acting like this in this movie. I could see Max saying those lines, but it's just the actor with his accent, the way he looked. I didn't see Max in him. I could picture Max playing the lines. I could picture Max doing the things Max did in this, but the actor, I didn't see it in him. I didn't see Max. I didn't look at him and see or hear Max. But I could definitely picture Max saying those lines. So yeah, Gwen was pretty decent. She was on the same level of Ben. I kind of got Gwen when I was looking at them. When I was looking at her, what was her name? I love that her name is Galadriel. Galadriel Steinman. Steinman. But yeah, Gwen, didn't see a lot of the magic, but you know, But I'll tell you who was the best one. It was Nathan Keyes as Kevin. I thought he was fantastic as Kevin. Like, I could hear it in the voice, I could see it in his mannerisms. I looked at him and I completely saw Kevin. The three, Ben, Gwen and Kevin, I really got them, but I think Kevin more so than both of the others. Yeah, I think Kevin might be my favourite character in Ben 10 Alien Force. I just love him so much. I love his constant bickering with Ben and his attempt at flirting in this with Gwen. I love how Nathan Keyes played Kevin. I really got it. But put in the comments below who you think was the best at playing their part in this. Do you think it was out of the characters who were in Ben 10? Who do you think played the best character in this? Who do you think played their character the best in this? Do you think it was Ben, Gwen, Kevin, or Max? Who do you think played the best? Who do you think played their role the best in this? And yeah, I kind of felt like in this I was just watching multiple episodes of Ben 10. It felt like I was watching a multi-episode arc of Ben 10, really, of Ben 10 Alien Force. It's definitely got that charm of a Cartoon Network movie with a lower budget and still trying to play this big scale. You know when a movie tries to make things appear on a big scale, but they've got a small budget and a small production scale, but they try to make it seem as big as they possibly can. It had that charm to it. Like, oh, it's cute that you're trying to make this appear bigger than it actually is. But yeah, they were actually they were getting a lot of. We didn't see it, but the scale of it was actually quite big, because apparently this was happening all over the world. And these aliens, these nanotech aliens were using a 24-hour shipping service to try and take over the world. Okay. Yeah, this obviously as well. I do love that they also got D. Bradley Baker to voice Big Chill in this. We didn't see a lot of alien transformations. I think we saw 3 for a 1-hour film. to only have 3 transformations, and one of it being an alien we've never seen before. We saw Big Chill, we saw Humongousaur, and then it was Nanomac or something like that to fight the Queen at the end, that was a freaky looking creature as well. The Queen, nano creature, the nano chip. That was a freaky looking Queen. Not to mention we saw the Mustang as well. The green Mustang. It's such a nice car. But bloody hell, Kevin, best friend ever, he had a new car made for Ben. And it was a sexy car as well. Damn! That was a lovely looking car. I wonder if we'll see that in the cartoon. What makes people realise that this is set before Season 3, but after Season 2, but before Season 3? What makes people think this? Was there a connection anyway? If there was like a reference or something to like the... What was it? The hybrid invasion? If there was like a reference to that, then I would get it. But where was the connection? How do people pinpoint this? Like, this is after Season 2 but before Season 3? Is it just because when it was made? Like, when did this come out? 2009. Did this movie simply come out after Season 2 aired, but before Season 3? Or is there something at the end of Season 3 that happens that makes everyone realise, oh, maybe... Is there something that happens like during or at the end of Season 3 that makes everyone realise, okay, well, this movie cannot take place at the end of Season 3? Does Ben die? Probably not, because we've still got Ultimate Alien to go. And then Omniverse as well, I think. Not to mention the CGI. It wasn't the best. You could tell that the CGI was quite cheap. But then again, that's also part of the charm of it being a Cartoon Network movie. You can tell that the budget is very small. They could have done so much if this was an animated movie. But you know what? I'm not complaining that much. And they kind of made a big deal about Ben breaking ranks from the plumbers. But I didn't really see that much of a problem with it. No, it didn't seem as big a deal as they were making it seem. Because he literally just helped her, even against Max's orders. He helped her, and then he was back the same night. But yeah, and then Max trying to make Ben the leader of the plumbers at the end of this, and then he immediately puts Max back in charge. Yeah, cool. That would have been crazy to go into Season 3 where Ben's the leader of the plumbers. That would have been crazy to go into. Yeah, this was a great film. I think the thing I'm most impressed with is how Ben, Gwen, and Kevin behave like their characters so much. Like, I feel like those 3 actors, Ryan Kelly, Galadriel Steinman, and Nathan Keyes, they really got the characters they were playing. And not to mention, I want that jacket. I want Ben's jacket, the leather, the green leather jacket. Oh, I want that jacket so bad. If anyone out there is willing to send me one, I will happily accept. Yeah, this was a decent movie. It was a decent movie. It's far above Race Against Time. I'm sorry if people like Race Against Time, but this was far above that on so many levels. I suppose the nicest praise I can give this is it actually felt like I was watching a multi-episode Ben 10 story. It felt like I was watching a cartoon in live action, which is what you want from this, because obviously Ben 10 originates from animation. You want this to feel like you watching a live action animated film. Well, a film that could be made in animation, but it's live action. Because besides Max, the characters didn't feel out of place. I really could have watched this in animation, and I don't know. Like I said, I felt like I watched an anime, a genuine Ben 10 story, and it didn't feel strange because it was live action. Once again, like I said, I liked this movie, and if you have a Patreon account, you can watch this completely for free on my Patreon channel. But if you're watching on YouTube, then you've seen this review, and once again, I've got to say, I really liked it. And I will be editing this tomorrow, as well as starting the first episode of Ben 10 Season 3. But for now, that is all we've got for this Ben 10 movie, Alien Swarm. Until next time, we are over and out. Bye!